Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. We're the Garza Twins. I'm Britta.
And I'm Carly.
We would love it if you would subscribe down below. We do a lot of Get Ready With Me's, product reviews. We do a series 5 weekly favorites every Friday. That's like lifestyle favorites.
You can hear our dog licking herself right now.
Yeah, she's got to stop. But we're doing a Get Ready With Us today. That's why we have no makeup on. So we're just going to put some makeup on, like kind of like fall looks.
Yeah.
And chit chat, and let's get into it. I used to not use primer. I'm like fully invested in this e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Putty Primer, but I've also really been liking this Milk Hydro Grip Primer.
Oh really?
It's been out forever. I've just been obsessed with the Merit Great Skin Serum lately. I feel like that one I do like during winter.
Yeah,
like I feel like now my skin's getting drier a bit because it's starting to like cool down at night.
Yeah.
And this is like so nice for, I think it's a little too much for the summer for me, but for the fall and winter, it's so nice. Yeah, this one it does really help make my makeup wear longer, which I guess I don't really need today. I've just been using it, and then I do the Poreless Putty Primer more so in like the center of my face. I'm just gonna go in with the Tarte CC Corrector. Our last Get Ready, we had so many updates. Now we don't really have a lot of updates. I feel like, well, when did we do the last one? August?
That was like the one that we talked about the business updates, right?
Oh, yeah, maybe you're right. It was a good video if you haven't watched that. I feel like we go really in depth on both of our businesses if you're into those business chats. Yeah, we kind of stopped doing them because they really didn't get views, which is, you know, they're kind of a lot of work for not very many views.
I'm gonna use Neutrogena today.
I'm almost out of the CC corrector, so I just realized I might need to order a new one today. I don't remember this being $28, but it's fine because it's the best one I've tried. We got our hair touched up yesterday, highlighted, and we got haircuts recently, so our hair's looking good. Although I was looking at it earlier and I was like, it doesn't look as blonde as in the past, but I kind of like that. Like the highlights are a little more subtle this time, I feel. Oh, well I think it's just because it's so toned.
Oh, maybe you're right.
It's like she really toned it because we say that we like it toned in like a cool tone look. So I've realized that it suits my complexion better.
Yeah.
Well, and it matches our...
And it starts to like wash out.
Yeah, and it matches our natural color, which is kind of more of like an ashy brown. Like
well, and I guess we got a partial this time.
Yeah.
So maybe not like as many as...
But it looks so good after she curled it yesterday, and then when I sleep on it, it like doesn't look good. So I'm anxious to do it myself, like wash it and do it myself. So I've realized I like can't live without mousse now. Like I add mousse and it really helps like add volume to my hair and like hold longevity of a style. Anyway, but that was a very exciting thing that we did because we hadn't had our haircut since January, and it's been 6 months since it's been colored, so feeling like a new lady.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, apologies, I forgot all my brushes. I'm using the Armani Luminous Silk foundation.
It's a good one.
Yeah, I just really love this. And honestly, it's really expensive and I don't want it to go bad. So I've been trying to use it.
Mine's pretty old and like I need to use this.
Yeah, I've been trying to use it more often solely for that reason, but it is one of my top favorite foundations. I just think that, I've talked about this before, but the Kosas Revealer foundation and the Neutrogena Hydro Boost tint that we love are both so long wearing that I
wore this for that really long day we had, and it lasted all day. It faded nicely too. It like doesn't fade weird.
Yeah, I guess they're definitely my top three, those three. I'm using the Lip Tinted Hue Skin Concealer. I love this. I will say towards the end of the day, my eyes look a little dry. I have like dryness on my under eyes because I bring my actives up too high. I know I do this. So I just can't use too much and then it looks fine. Like this concealer fades so well. It's definitely my new favorite concealer. It covers so well, fades so nicely. Like it doesn't look weird. But when I look up close at the end of the day, it looks, oh I forgot my concealer brush. I'll just use this. It looks it doesn't look cakey, just a little dry. I'm gonna try that after my Fit Glow is gone and compare them because I love the Fit Glow concealer so much, but it's like $42, which is crazy.
Yeah, and this is $26.
So we are planning to do a fall favorites video like we do every year, and honestly I really like looking back at them. I don't know if you do this.
Yeah,
but to see like what we were loving, and there's a lot of repeats. There's some things that we'll always love come fall, but it's always fun to see what our favorites were. And usually there's a lot of Trader Joe's favorites. I don't know if you guys follow us over on TikTok, but we've been doing this like fall snacks or fall eats series over there where we review fall foods, like from Trader Joe's and Target primarily. And it's really fun because sometimes we'll try something that's like very hyped up and we won't even end up liking it. And sometimes we're like pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say?
That's true.
It's been fun to like try everything really, and then narrow down our favorites and what we would like repurchase. So follow us over there if you're interested in that. But we are working on putting together that video, and there's definitely going to be lots of Trader Joe's recs.
Yeah.
Because like I said, we've literally been buying all the fall things to try.
We are also trying to read like fall type books right now to do a video.
I'm moving through this book so slow, even though I love it. I think
You're
just
gonna be done way before me, by the way.
What do you mean? Just like your look, just heads up.
So I really like the book I'm reading right now, and we never really read like witch or spooky books, but I'm really enjoying it. But I'm kind of just in like, I don't know, we've been really busy and it's been hard to like find time. Like not like I'm in a reading slump, but kind of. So I need to like really prioritize that now and then this weekend and just get through this book because it's good, and we want to review some fall themed books before like October, so you guys can read them in October and November.
Was that the goal before October?
Because I think I only read like 3. That's more than me. I only read 1.
By the way, I'm almost out of this.
I'm so behind. I'm 2 books behind according to Goodreads on my review.
Contour wand. Oh really? I'm on track. And I'm going to repurchase it because I love this still.
I'm telling you, I don't know why I'm in such a reading slump, but
well, honestly, you said we've been enjoying it. I don't think the fall books that I've read thus far, I think the highest rating I gave it was a 3, but none that I love.
Okay, well, I really like this one. It's the only one I've really read that's fall.
Right now I'm reading the Very Irregular Society of the Society of Very Irregular Witches, whatever it's called.
And what is mine? When the Crow's Away?
Yeah, something weird.
Yeah, it's a weird name,
witchy.
but it's basically Sabrina, and I really like it. But like I said, I guess it's true. I still prefer like true rom-com books. So I do move through those so much quicker.
But I will say, the book I'm reading now, I would probably say is like a 3, like not bad, but not great. So I'm just moving through it slow. But I loved the X-Hex from last year, and her follow-up book is The Kiss Curse. So I think I rented that yesterday to read that one next, so I have high hopes. And then I also forgot about...
I've only read 1 fall book. I'm very behind. It's okay.
This was your idea, but
I know. Well, I did reread Book Lovers because it's such a fall book in my opinion. So if that counts, I reread that.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I totally forgot how much I loved the Thursday Murder Club. It's about 4 senior citizens that are living in like an assisted living facility, and they like solve murders or like solve crime because they're, you know, just living there kind of bored. And it's a series, so I think they just released the 5th book.
Yeah, I saw that too.
In the series, and I only ever read the first one, so I was like, oh, I really need to like catch back up on that series because I loved the first book. And I think it takes place in England, so sometimes there's like there's like slang words that I don't fully understand when it's by like an English author, but aside from that, like I really loved it, so I think that would constitute like a fall read.
Yeah. Even if I can only contribute a couple, at least we'll have a few. I was thinking about this yesterday when I put this on. I'm so glad I bought this, the NARS Laguna like reformulated bronzer, Laguna 02.
I still want that.
I remember it was on sale at Nordstrom, and I literally I never purchased things like in store without thinking of it.
Yeah, but how fun.
I know, it was so fun, and I remember I was like, oh, I shouldn't be spending money, and Britta's like, well, if you want it, you can always return it if you don't like it. And this has become like my new favorite bronzer. Like I love how it looks on my skin. It's like kind of sheer, like it's just so like easy to work with, and I love the tone, and it's really hard to find like a good powder bronzer, so every time I wear that now, I'm like, I'm really glad I bought this, and it's carried me through summer, and I feel like even now, as long as I don't use too much, because it is a little bit deeper than I would normally use for like a winter bronzer, but as long as I don't go too heavy, like it just looks so pretty, and I love the bronzer.
You know, I do need that. I just repurchased the Elio one though, so I don't need a new powder bronzer, but
I also need to let you guys in on the blush combo I've been loving. So first I go in with Pat McGrath for Flirtatious. Oh my god, I can't speak. This is one of my favorite blushes, but it is really sheer. It's like a sheer neutral nude, which is like what we go for. And I wanted this for so long before I ended up buying it, and then I was like, why did I wait so long? Like, I ended up really loving it because I really love matte blushes, but let me show you what I've been doing lately. So I go in with this, and it's a nice matte blush. It's like the perfect amount of color. I love this on its own, but then I recently repurchased because I ran out of K.R. Weiss Inner Glow, their blush. It looks like this. It literally looks like taupe. And I swear the last one I had of this that I ran all the way through had more color, like more pink and more of like a blush tone in it. This one is so sheer. I think it might just be a batch issue. Like, I think whoever did the batch approvals just kind of got sloppy, which is fine. Yeah, definitely not as like pigmented as the last one I had, but it still offers like a beautiful glow. And because it just doesn't have as much color as the last one, I feel like on its own it kind of like blends into my skin. But I've been topping it on top of Flirtatious since they're basically like the same tone, but Inner Glow is a cream and Flirtatious is a powder. And I love how it looks. I love the combo. It's just like this beautiful, like I said, like kind of like neutral nude blush, and the Inner Glow is really glowy, so you don't need highlighter. It just kind of like adds glow to your cheeks, and it's really pretty, so I love this combo. I just did a light layer of the Jones Road bronzer in light tan. I love this powder bronzer too. I actually have a lot of powder bronzers I like now, so I really don't need that on someone, but you know, I just love bronzer. It's like my favorite. And then for blush, I'm gonna use an old tried and true Burt's Bees Toasted Cinnamon. It's just a really nice, like warm cinnamony blush, and the finish on these is really nice and like has a sheen. Okay, and then I'm just doing a little bit of the Ilia Decades highlighter. I feel like I'll have this forever because it's so big and I only use a little bit. And I had to get this brush back out because my Ego Tools brush like completely fell apart when I was washing it. It's this Real Techniques setting brush, and I forget how nice this is for highlighter because it's just like very targeted placement, you know? This MAC paint pot started to feel a little weird, but I think it's just getting older. But it's soft ochre. It's the best primer. I'm almost out of this setting spray, this Cali Ray setting spray, and I do love it, but it is more... Oh, I forgot this shade broke. Ooh, gotta be careful. Of like a... not matte finish, but it's not super dewy or like hydrating. And I have like a full bottle of MAC Fix Plus, so I'll probably just... like, won't repurchase this once it's gone because I use MAC Fix Plus more in the winter when my skin needs a little more help. How do you guys fix broken shadows? You put alcohol in it, right? And then press it together? One of my shadows in the Anastasia Nueve palette is broken, and it's fine. It hasn't like fully come out, but it's creating quite a mess. And then press it together. It like rebinds it. I'll use the Fleur shade. Use this palette in a bit, so I wanted to use it today. I want to say, since this is kind of like fall themed looks, let us know how your fall, well, I guess by the time this video goes up it'll be officially fall, which is super exciting. Let us know what your plans are because we love to hear fall plans. I made my fall bucket list yesterday. We want to do pumpkin carving because we did that last year and like forgot how fun it was. So I think we're gonna do that again this year, but we skipped apple picking last year, which we mustn't do again. Yeah, but I technically just did it, but I'll do it again. Yeah, but like you gotta go see the mini donkey. Yeah, it's like, it's a whole thing in Oak Glen. But Tommy and I were in Avila with his family, and they had like little apple orchards. Really distracting. So I was able to pick some apples, and it was delightful and like a good way to start fall, I gotta say. So want to do apple picking. Last year I really was like gung-ho on doing an at-home like fall beer tasting, and like I couldn't find any fun fall beers. I think it was there were still supply chain issues. Remember I was like, we're doing this, and no one really seemed too excited, so then I just kind of gave up, but I'm doing it this year. I wasn't drinking last year. Maybe that was it. I decided to use the ABH Jackie Aina palette, which I know you can't get anymore, it's expired, but there are 2 shades in here that are so fall-like. I mean, this palette's so good. But no, what shades are you using? I don't know what to use. I'm doing ginger and edges, so I think I'm going to do ginger in the crease, edges on the outer corner, and then on the lid, I think I'm going to just do my Moira Comet cream shadow.
This is pretty warm toned, which I honestly don't do looks like that anymore. I don't know why. You know, warm tones like coppers were so
I know, I was
popular
like,
for a while.
I feel like I need to go with this Metro shade. This palette, I love them as individual shades, but together they don't really work. Like,
Which ones?
like I feel like I wear them all as like single shadows, but like together it's really hard to find looks.
I think I disagree because
But they're beautiful on their own.
I always do, like you can do Fleur in the crease, and then I'll do like
That's what I
Liberty
did.
in the outer corner with Belle on the lid.
Well, I was gonna do Hope on the lid, I think. But maybe
Yeah,
not.
I've done a mix of Hope and Wings on the lid. Like I think you can mix a lot of them.
I guess Belle's my favorite. Maybe I will go with that. So then I'll just do a little bit of this green shade.
Oh, so back to fall bucket list. Let us know what's on yours. But I put having a picnic. I want to ride the Griffith Park train because that's like my favorite thing to do ever.
We have done it once in the fall. We did it on Labor Day that day that we all had off. It was so fun.
It was so fun.
That day was fun.
I forget what else I put on there. I'd love to make some sort of like apple dessert.
We made an apple dessert last time we went apple picking.
Did we?
Yeah, we made the pandowdy, I think.
Oh, that's a good idea. Honestly, the apple pandowdy, I'll link it down below. That is one of the best desserts I've ever had. That's not like being dramatic. It's so good.
Bon Appetit just knows what they're doing. We haven't been on there in a bit. We need to check if there's new recipes.
I get the newsletter and
Yeah,
I'm
me
always
too.
intrigued, but not enough to like click and make the recipes, but we gotta get back to it. I also think cooking is definitely more of like a fall winter thing though.
Yeah, it's not fun in the
Making
summer.
like long recipes at least, like we do like pasta recipes, because you just can't have your oven on for that long
Yeah.
in the summer, at least here when it was really hot. This is kind of sloppy, but we're making it work.
I know. I never like how my eyes look when I try to do an outer corner color, but
You have to, with the Anastasia shadows, I feel like you really just have to, they're kind of like pressed pigments. So you have to like press them.
so I'm telling you, I like them all as like individual one and done eyeshadows. I still love this palette. I just don't like using them together, but now I've started, so. But I need to fix this shade because I have glitter all over me now. But it's okay, I'll look into it.
Forget how pigmented these are. Bringing my lower lash line really far down.
I'm putting the shade Belle on my lid. This is my favorite from the palette. Well, not favorite, but most used. My favorite from the palette is Wisteria. Yeah. That is like the prettiest purple.
Okay, like I said, I'm gonna do the Moira Comet shadow on the lid. I've been wearing this pretty much every day. It has no glitter in it. It's just like a metallic cream, and it's so easy to just apply with your fingers. So it really makes the perfect lid shade. Like I think that it kind of just brightens the eye a little, but ultimately enhances whatever else you pair with it. So like, it doesn't take away from those orange tones that I laid down. It just brightens the eyelid, which I love. Honestly, 10 out of 10 recommend. This is probably going in my best of beauty. Oh, and another thing, I want to have like a fall movie marathon. And it doesn't even have to be like Halloween movies. Like, I don't know, When Harry Met Sally, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I watched so much Sabrina last fall, and that was fun.
Yeah, Sabrina's the best. We recently talked about that on Insta stories. Oh shoot, I forgot everything. My inner highlight brush, so I might use this Soleil shade. It's pretty glittery, but I might just use my finger and try to...
Okay, this looks fine.
Oh, that's pretty.
Moving on.
I'm gonna switch gears to my eyebrows quick. I'm just doing the Huge CoverGirl pencil, and then I'm doing the Kosas Clear Brow Gel. Nothing too crazy.
I do really love this Belle shade in here.
Yeah, I mean, I love that palette. I think it's so special.
I love this palette, but I just have never found a palette that's like my dream palette. Like everything that I love, the closest I found is the NARS Climax. I love that palette because it's more like neutral and cool toned. Like in this one, if Fleur was more of like a neutral brown. I don't know, there's just like things I would change about it.
I've never found a perfect one either, but has anyone?
I think some people find, like, I think if you really like warm tones, there's a lot of options out there. If you want neutral tones, there's not.
Have you seen the Tower 28 mascara? I got the little sample size and tried it yesterday, and I'm really impressed. But it did flake on me.
But I love how it made my lashes look, so I'm trying it with a primer today to see if it makes it flake less. Maybe it will. I'm just gonna use the Milk Makeup Kush Mascara with the Essence Primer. I like how these eyes are looking, even though I don't really do warm tones all that often. It is reminding me of fall. Oh, has everyone started their Gilmore Girls rewatch? Because I certainly have. I think I'm on season 3. What do you want?
I'm on season 3. I can't
Making
wait
my
for
way
Logan
through.
to show up.
I know, like, where is he? I need to get past the whole, like, Rory being with Dean when he's married phase, because that's
That
just...
happens later.
I'm almost there.
Oh, really?
That's in season 3.
It is?
Mm-hmm. I don't know why I thought that, because season 3 she's still in high school, right? That has to be, like, season 4.
I don't think so.
I'm on season 3 and she hasn't graduated yet.
What episode are you on?
I have no idea.
Like, what happened?
Luke just had his first date with Nicole.
Oh, yeah, there's just a couple more episodes and then she's in college.
Maybe it is season 4, but I don't know. I'm basically on when she, like, gets to college and Dean is working on the inn, but they're not together yet. I know when this goes up, I'm sure Only Murders will be done, but we just watched episode 8 last night, and it was such an incredible episode.
Yeah, it was so good.
Like, one of those episodes of TV where it's standalone. It's like stands alone from the rest of the season and the rest of the series, like, as one of the best. I feel like it was written super well, the music was so good, and it really drove the plot forward. And now we're, like, even more anxious to find out who the killer is.
I really have no idea.
I know. I feel like in the past seasons, we've kind of been able to, like, piece some things together.
Only the second season, because it was kind of obvious towards the end it was her.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't want to give it away if you haven't.
Yeah, the first season, I guess, was, like, really, there was, like, every different week you thought it was someone else.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is almost gone. But this one, I'm really confused, and I think that's the point. Like, there's so many people in the cast, it's like, you don't really know. And they all don't get the same amount of screen time, so it's kind of confusing too. But this season is amazing, and we loved that episode. Like, it ended and I wanted so much more. I was like, oh, this was so good.
If you haven't watched it, they're doing a musical that Oliver is producing, or he created.
Death Rattle Dazzle.
Yeah, and Charles is one of the stars, as is Meryl Streep's character, and Paul Rudd. And it's about potentially one of these 3 baby triplets, like, kills the nanny. Is that what it's about? Or kills the mom?
I don't know.
We don't even know the premise.
Yeah, you're not really supposed to know. It's kind of, like, obscure.
But in last night's episode, or this week's, they were practicing the songs with the orchestra, and the music is incredible.
Like, whoever wrote, I can't believe they had to write this stuff for this season.
It's so creative.
And they did such a good job, whoever wrote it.
We'll link it down below because it's on Apple Music now. So honestly, I hope they win, like, a Grammy.
Yeah,
not like a Grammy,
awesome.
but can they win, like, a Tony if it's on a real show?
They can. I think they can win a Grammy.
Maybe.
Isn't there that category?
At the very least, an Emmy.
Yeah, it's so good. We are so impressed.
For
I like
lips,
the NYX lip liner in Nude Beige.
I'm gonna do MAC Strip Down. I just have a tiny bit of this left. I'll definitely be repurchasing. I love the MAC formula. And the new soft spoken shades from M Cosmetics are so good. I'm gonna wear Hush because I feel like it's a little more, like, nude-ish for the eye look I have going on. Maybe it won't go though, let's see. Maybe it works. This is such an iconic lip liner, like, it's so good. Then I'm using the Merit 1990 lipstick. This is one of my favorite nudes for the fall. I was actually rewatching one of our past vlogs from last fall. It's from almost exactly a year ago. So we talked about those Target gummy pumpkins, and this year we reviewed them and we're like, they for sure changed them. They're, like, not good at all. And it was proof that they changed them.
Okay, I feel like this doesn't really go,
but
it's good enough.
One thing I'm really excited for in the makeup world, well, there's a lot of things, but I hope Lisa Eldridge releases, like, fall winter shades of her lipsticks like usual. I feel like she has so many. But there are so many that I still want. I know. I feel like she has so many now that I'm, like, nervous that she's not going to release new ones, but
It's always like so
I don't
exciting.
think she can, Carly. Like, my wallet can't handle it.
I know, like, but the last one we bought, Velvet Bloom, is literally the best one. And that was like a limited edition summer shade she released. And so I feel like she just keeps getting better and better. And I'm like, oh my God.
I love Velvet Affair for the fall. Is that the dark brown?
Yeah, and Velvet Dragon. They're both so good for fall.
Well, Velvet Dragon's kind of bright, right?
I don't think so. It's like a
See what I mean?
orange
I
red.
just realized I don't like my hair curly anymore. Like, I just prefer it with the Velcro rollers. But that's okay. It'll work until I wash it. What do you guys think of these looks?
They're kind of fallish.
Yeah. Did you do like a gold or like a bronzy?
I did a gold, bronze.
Yeah, I think mine's pretty fallish, don't you think?
Yeah.
It's very warm toned, and it was kind of nice to go back outside of my comfort zone. I feel like I used to wear looks like this way more often when warm tones were like so popular. And I would consider this an autumnal look.
Yeah, it's great. We love fall. We are so excited.
Yeah, like I said, comment below some fall bucket list, things that are on your bucket list, because we need some inspo. I think I have like 10 things on mine, but I need more.
Yeah, let us know. We'd love to hear.